All right, it's looking a little cluttered here, so let's get rid of a bunch of stuff. And move everything away. There you go, much better. So today I am going to show you how to set up a minimalist setup. Every time I look at my screen, I get a little overstimulated, a little distracting with all these apps going on. And nowadays with this new drawer system, you can kind of tucker everything away, which is really nice. Most apps that I usually use are either mail, phone, texting, and I do like the calendar as a priority. Everything else I just sort of search. So if you're wanting to declutter your entire system and want a minimalist approach, I would recommend trying this out because you might like it. So let's get right to it. First off, what I want to do is I want to get rid of everything that doesn't really matter to me. They still matter, so I'm not going to delete it completely, but we'll also delete stuff that doesn't matter. But for the things that we're not deleting, we can still keep on our phone in this drawer system and know that it's there. We can always search and pull it up if we think about it. So let's get started. First off, let's start with deleting some things. I don't like to get my news from my phone, so I'm just going to remove this news app, and we can go ahead and have the option of deleting it or move it to the app library. So now I'm thinking about it, let's just move it to the app library, and it'll always be over here. You're not going to see it. It's probably in this one, information and reading, and there it is, news, and you can get right back to it. So rest assured, it's not gone forever when you put it in that category. So that being said, you have that option between the two if you want. So let's click on that, remove app, the option 1 being delete app forever, and you can get it back in the app store, or you can just move it to the app library. I guess for the sake of this, I do want to be a minimalist in not having to look at all these apps every day, but I don't want to deal with trying to search for it in the future. So that being said, let's go ahead and start getting rid of everything off our home screen. So instead of doing it one by one and removing the app, then remove from home screen, let's go in hard press and let's just click edit home screen. So it's going to tell you how to do it here, but sometimes hearing someone and seeing someone do it is helpful in figuring it out. So hide unorganized home screen pages by tapping the page dots. And from here, now that everything's jiggling, anything jiggling you can move into here or delete forever. So let's start with this music one. I still want it, so move to app library, Safari, move to home, remove from home screen, health, remove from home screen. See, notice how it doesn't even allow you to delete it completely if it's an app that Apple wants you to have regardless. So for example, this wallet app, you can remove it from home screen, but you're not going to have the ability to delete it completely, much like you would with this Apple TV. So kind of shows you some sort of priority. Obviously Apple wants you to have this over this. Is kind of just whatever. So let's just breeze through. Remove. I don't have an Apple Home like that, so let's move to the library. I don't have an Apple TV. Podcasts. I still listen to podcasts, but I'll tell you about that in a bit. We're just going to move everything. Even the App Store. Nothing really matters. Move to App Library. Oh, cancel. I accidentally pressed delete, but as you can see, you can change your mind. So move, and we're just going to do it to everything. Now remember, all of these things we can get back or access So it's not about it's not about having a home screen. I think that it's really nice to, I like to put these down here. It's really nice to have things on your home screen because you can quickly click it, but I will show you how you can access those things without the need of having it on home screen. So second screen, so you can see there's 2 dots. First screen is empty, which is kind of nice. Also as an option is if you power up your phone, swipe up, you're going to get this empty space and not think about any apps. And when you're ready for it, you can put the apps that you do use here, which you can utilize that first screen as a blank screen. And the second screen will be littered with all your apps. But for the sake of what we're doing right now, we're just going to keep getting rid of everything. So let's go keep going. So remove app. Oh, actually, I wanted to edit home screen so I can mass remove. Move to app library. Oh, jeez. Home screen. Alright, so swipe up to close out the jiggly icons, and here you can see on the far left is all the news and things like that, all of your stats, and your home screen. The most important part, the one that is visible every time you swipe up your phone, is completely empty. Notice how there's no 2 dots anymore. So now if you go left or if you go right, you're going to get information. You can't really change that, so it's not a big deal. But I will say, most of the time, all I really care about is my text messages, my phone calls, emails, and I like to plan my calendar. So obviously this one isn't planned yet, it's still a new phone, so we'll get to that part. So you might be asking, where are all my apps and how can I get to them, or what's a really good minimalist way of getting to them is every single time I power on my phone, instead of trying to rifle through all of the categories, I just pull down and I'll just type in Safari, right? Or I can just pull down and hit clock. So typically I already know what I'm looking for when I'm pulling this out of my pocket. And so once I pull it out of my pocket, I'm like, okay, let's go ahead and, let's set the alarm clock, right before bed, fire it up if it's already not set up, swipe down alarm, and there it is, right? These are the alarms that we did in the previous video. So that's really nice. Obviously over here too, you can search. I mean, you can pull down and search for, you can search for photos. So let's pull down, search for photos, and go straight to it. But you can also go over here, see photos are right there, and click right on photos. Or let's pretend it's not visible right here. Then you can just search it. Oh, I cannot spell. And back to it. So a lot of different ways you can do things. And if you want to bring it back, let's say you change your mind and you want, this is kind of clean. Actually, the second screen thing is pretty cool. So let's just say that you prioritize health, right? So let's hold that down. We'll add it to home screen. The moment you add it to the home screen, it drops, but you can also throw something else up. So let's add that to home screen. And then this will be on the same screen, but if you just hold it and swipe it over, you can create a secondary screen altogether, or you can even, you can go crazy. Oh, let's go back. You can create a third screen. So there's a space between. Looks like we'll just have to add another one. Add to home screen. You'll find your reasons on why you'll want to do certain things. We're just going to create a third one, like that. So let's see what happens when we delete this app one, because we know it's between the two. Right, here's page 1, page 2, and page 3. Let's go ahead and just delete this app one and remove the app. And yeah, it does actually change it down to 2. Which is really interesting because instead of having an extra empty space in the middle, it just removes it all together. But if you wanted to delete this maps one, remove that, delete app, then it still retains the first icon and the second icon is there. So it's like they prioritize the ability to be a minimalist and not have to look at anything until you're ready and you get right into it. But yeah, I think that is pretty much sums up an approach you can take with having a minimalist background. I mean, obviously, if it were up to me, then I would definitely change the background. I like changing it to just a solid color. And let's go ahead and home screen wallpaper. There we go. So I obviously like it to be a solid, and I remember there was an ability to change it to solid. Stills live. Here we go. So just go into wallpaper and choose new wallpaper, stills, and doing black is very clean to me. I just like the aesthetic of just nothing. So set both, and that will make your background black when you pull it out of your pocket. Swipe up, it's also still black, and that's pretty much it. So pretty interesting approach if you want to you know, have a semi-minimalist effect. Let's change this to white real quick, if that's an option. No, it's not. There's no option for white, so what you can do is just go to Safari and then type in white. Maybe I'll make a separate video about this. You just search for the word white, and then you can, let's see, hold down and add to photos. And then from there, you can go to settings, and then you can select on this. Oh my God. You see that? It's all white. You can't even see it, so it's right here. So you can set for both. And it's just a clean white background. I actually almost like that more than the black, just because everything blends in a little more. Either way, if you liked this video, found it interesting, if you found it boring, I really don't care how you found it. The fact that you got this far is pretty epic. Give me a like if you can, and subscribe. I'm going to be making videos like this just because it's kind of the stuff I wish I knew, and I'm just going to do casual talking format, you know, until further notice, I guess. But yeah, drop a like and subscribe. That way it can kind of help build this page and make more stuff. All right. Talk to you later. Bye.